special. Agent Vlad Secret. After this interview, don't arrest me.
Agent Vlad Secret. Agent Vlad Secret. Agent Vlad.
The FBI's rapper hit list, Lil Baby. Chapter 1. Michael Rubin's White Party. The shimmering skyline of New York City glistened under the evening sun, the air electric with anticipation. Vlad Feldman stood outside a sprawling mansion on the Upper East Side, dressed in a tailored white suit that mirrored the opulence of the event inside. The annual White Party, hosted by billionaire Michael Rubin, was the kind of event that drew A-listers like moths to a flame. For Vlad, it was a unique assignment, one that blended the worlds of law enforcement and high society. As a federal agent, Vlad was known for his connections in the entertainment industry. He had spent years cultivating relationships, but beneath his charismatic exterior lay a chip on his shoulder. Some saw him as a sellout or culture vulture. Others respected his uncanny ability to navigate both worlds. Tonight he was there to keep the peace, but a hidden agenda brewed beneath his calm facade. Inside, the atmosphere was nothing short of extravagant. A sea of white attire filled the grand ballroom, sparkling chandeliers casting a soft glow over the elegant decor. Musicians, actors, and influencers mingled, their laughter punctuating the ambient music. Vlad's eyes scanned the crowd, alert and vigilant. He spotted Michael Rubin, the host and guy that hired him as part of his security detail for this year's event. Surrounded by a gaggle of admirers, Vlad made his way over, offering a nod and a firm handshake. "Michael, everything is going smoothly," he said, ensuring the billionaire was at ease. "Great to hear, Vlad. I knew I could count on you," Rubin replied, his voice a mix of gratitude and confidence. "Enjoy the night, but keep an eye out for any troublemakers." As the night unfolded, Vlad observed the interactions around him, noting familiar faces. He was in his element, yet a gnawing sense of irritation simmered just beneath the surface. After the first 2 hours went by without any excitement, he spotted one of the cutest rappers in the game. Lil Baby, the Atlanta rapper whose meteoric rise had made him a household name. He was a crowd favorite, drawing attention as he made his way through the room, flanked by an entourage of friends and security. Vlad took a deep breath, mainly because he had a crush on the southern spitter, despite not being a gay man. "Lil Baby," he called out, stepping into the rapper's line of sight. The crowd parted slightly, allowing him access. Lil Baby turned, a friendly smile breaking across his face as he approached. "What's up, Vlad? I didn't know you were doing Yoey 12 shit tonight." Vlad forced a smile, even as annoyance crept into his tone. "I've got my hands full. I wanted to talk to you about something important." "What's up?" Lil Baby replied, but his attention was already drifting to a group of fans nearby, eager for a photo. "Come holler at me in the room back there," Vlad continued, his voice steady. "I need your help." Lil Baby's demeanor shifted. He hesitated, looking around as if searching for an escape, but followed a thirsty Vlad to a room down a hallway away from the crowd. Vlad smiled as he and the rapper stepped into the vacant bedroom and turned, facing the Grammy Award winner. "Look, man, I know you and Michael are close, but I have a huge crush on you and want to taste your hot dog. Right now, if you're cool with that." Lil Baby stared at Vlad with a spacey glare before telling him he was good on that, then walking out the bedroom door, briskly, as if he was running late for work trying to catch a bus or subway train. The dismissal stung more than Vlad anticipated. In that moment, the polite facade he maintained shattered. "All I'm trying to do is pleasure you, man," he shot back, frustration leaking into his voice. His words fell on deaf ears because Lil Baby was long gone. How dare he brush me off? The thought burned in Agent Vlad's mind, an ember of resentment igniting into a flame. "I'm not even down with the rainbow stuff, but everybody else is here doing the freaky shit, so I'm just trying to be down." Vlad muttered under his breath, peeking his head out of the door and glancing down the hallway, watching as Lil Baby rejoined his friends, laughter and music drowning out the words. As the night wore on, Vlad's mood soured. He wasn't gay, but he still wanted to slob on Lil Baby's you-know-what, and the fact that he couldn't bothered him. He continued doing his job, navigating through the sea of laughter and chatter, feeling increasingly isolated. The dismissive encounter replayed in his mind, over and over, each repetition stoking his anger. This was not just a professional rejection, it was a personal slight. By the time he made his way to the bar for a drink, not caring that he was on duty, his frustration boiled over. "I'll make him pay for this," he muttered to himself, the words heavy with bitterness. Vlad's thoughts turned dark, plotting how he could turn the tables. He'd been in this industry long enough to know how to leverage connections, how to gather information. If Lil Baby didn't want to play nice, then Vlad would ensure that he wouldn't forget this night. A glimmer of a plan began to form in his mind, one that would lead him down a dangerous path, targeting the rapper not just as a boy toy, but as an enemy. Little did he know, this would set off a chain of events that would test not only his career, but his very moral compass. Chapter 2: Lil Baby is next on the hit list. Vlad spent the following days researching Lil Baby, pulling every thread he could find. His office became a chaotic landscape of notes, photos, and connections. Friends and associates of the rapper, potential weaknesses that could be exploited. Each revelation fueled his obsession, blurring the line between duty and revenge. "Hey boss," Charleston White urged, looking over Vlad's shoulder at the mess of information. "What dat mumblin' ass boy do to you to get you actin' like dis?" Vlad glanced at his sidekick and replied, "All I'll say is, he humiliated me. I can't just let that go," Vlad shot back, the fervor in his voice unmistakable. Charleston White crossed his skinny arms, his calm demeanor a stark contrast to Vlad's intensity. "You need to stay away from NM white parties. You ain't even gay, but now you carrying on about this baby, nigga." Vlad clenched his jaw, frustration bubbling beneath the surface. "You don't understand. This is about respect. If I let him get away with this, it'll only encourage more of it." Charleston sighed, shaking his head. "You losing it, boss man, but you in charge, so what you say go." Vlad was too far gone to realize that his partner was talking sense. The thrill of the chase consumed him, eclipsing any rational thought. He dove deeper into the underbelly of Lil Baby's world, tracking the rapper's movements, scrutinizing his collaborations, and questioning his associates. Days turned into weeks, and the personal investigation took on a life of its own. Vlad uncovered ties between Lil Baby and a suspected crime syndicate called YSL, but it turned out to be legal. He felt a rush of energy, convinced he was uncovering a larger truth, but deep down, he knew his motivations were skewed. Chapter 3: Crossing Lines. One evening, Vlad received an anonymous tip about a meeting between Lil Baby and a known associate of the crime syndicate. The location was a nightclub, one that thrummed with life and energy. Vlad decided to take action, convinced this was the break he needed. Charleston, however, was hesitant. "Vlad, this could get out of hand. We need to do this by the book." "Since when did you become the voice of caution?" Vlad retorted, his impatience bubbling over. "We're going in." Charleston exchanged a worried glance with his partner. "We have to maintain our cover. If we get caught up in something, we'll be out of a job." Vlad waved him off, adrenaline coursing through his veins. "I know what I'm doing. Just trust me." Under the cover of night, they arrived at the nightclub, the pulsating music reverberating in their chests. Vlad pushed through the crowd, scanning for familiar faces. When he spotted Lil Baby, surrounded by his entourage, he felt a surge of determination. This was his chance to confront the rapper, to force him to acknowledge Vlad's authority. Charleston followed closely, tension radiating between them. "Vlad, remember why we're here," he cautioned, but Vlad was already zeroed in on Lil Baby. As they approached, Vlad felt the room shift. He was no longer just an agent. He was a man on a mission. "Lil Baby," he called out, striding toward the rapper with purpose. The crowd parted, and Lil Baby looked up, surprise flashing across his face. "What are you doing here, man?" Vlad stepped closer, the tension palpable. "We need to talk. Now." Lil Baby's eyes narrowed, and the atmosphere grew thick with anticipation. "I told you I'm not interested." "This isn't a request," Vlad replied, his voice low and intense. "You're involved in something bigger than yourself, and I'm not going to let you walk away from it." The rapper exchanged glances with his entourage, the vibe shifting from casual to confrontational. "You need to back off, bro," Lil Baby said, his tone firm. "I don't want any trouble." But Vlad was beyond reasoning. "Trouble found you, Lil Baby. You think you can just brush me off? You need to face the consequences of your actions." In that moment, the nightclub seemed to freeze. The stakes had risen, and both men stood at the center of it all. Lil Baby got pissed and stared around the crowded club as he blurted out the truth about Vlad soliciting him for a BJ at Michael Rubin's white party last month. Over 400 clubgoers stared at the FBI agent as he glanced back in fright, as 23 of them started closing in on him. Before Vlad could make a run for the front doors, he was grabbed and pummeled half to death as the group of thugs rat-packed him, punching and kicking him until he became a bloody mess. Agent White, who was waiting in the car outside, ran to his boss's aid as Vlad drunkenly stumbled outside as a few of the attackers chased after him, comically kicking him in the butt. "What happened, boss?" Charleston screamed out as he grabbed Vlad's body and guided him to the chair. As they hightailed out of there, Special Agent Vlad vowed to get Lil Baby back for what he did. But for now, he would leave him alone.
Special Agent Vlad TV. After this interview, don't arrest me. Special Agent Vlad TV. After this interview, don't arrest me.
Agent Vlad, secret.